county. All the applications for the police chief have been put in as of the end of November, which is the deadline. We've received them all, and Mr. Odom, Mike Odom, the Borough Courier, has requested these applications. The city finds itself in a slight bit of a problem in the fact that we get all, if not, or the majority, if not all of them, were put in with a sense of confidentiality for job security. And so and Mr. Odom does need to get these applications also. So what we decided to do is going to put us back a week or two, but we need to notify each one of the applicants to let them know that their names are going to be published if they want to continue with this application, and give them, at least because they did put them in with a pretext of confidentiality, at least give them the opportunity, if they don't want it published, they can pull the application back. And then all those that are still willing to apply for the job with the going public, we will then start working for them and give them to all those names to Mr. Odom.
After some personal information has been released.
Yeah, we've got to take, obviously, we've got to take the personal information out.
Now, you said that it was delayed a week or two. Are you gonna unveil this in the council meeting tonight, or do you have a timetable?
We do not.
Okay.
We should have everybody notified and found out within 7 to 10 days, and these are just guesses, and then we're going to start going through the applications that we have, the remainder of, going through them, and then selecting a small number to get, to come before us. Okay. We're gonna select down to, I want to say 8, but that's just the number I'm coming up with, 8 to 10, and then go through those.
And those interviews, do you mean that's the interview process?
Right.
Those will be public?
All the ones that are gonna put an application in with notice that it's gonna be public, or all those are gonna be.
No, I don't mean just the applications, I mean the interviews.
The interviews.
Interviews, everything will be public.
Before the process is gonna get dragged out.
Yeah. It's just gonna, we gotta get in touch with these guys, with the individuals, notify them, find out what they wanna do, and then do the right thing.
Don't you think most of them are aware that their applications are public record?
Actually, no. The reason I say that is I had 4 or 5 gentlemen call me and ask me. And I did tell them that, hey, sooner or later, I'm the first guy working calls your boss. So you're gonna have to make arrangements. If you get to the selection point where we're gonna be looking, that's what I told them. I didn't tell everybody that. But they did mark on the application confidentiality. And the other problem, I mean, you kind of catch me too, because the problem you have is a lot of these department heads with the police departments or sheriff's departments or whatever they're working, or if you're not happy here, we'll take care of that. And they'll fire you right now because you put an application for the deal and it became public. And it's not fair, again, we're in catch-22 because it's not fair to them that they put these in with a confidentiality on it, and then we just make it public without letting them know. So,
I'm not real thrilled about anybody losing their job right before Christmas either.
Yeah.
and I'm telling you, that will happen. In some case or other, and you gotta let them know, hey, it's gonna go public. You're gonna put your app in, it's gonna go public. And really, anytime we do this afterwards, we need to say that it's gonna go public, so we don't have this problem.
But it tells us we're doing it the right way.
It's the only fair way that I can come up with.
We have started calling as of today, and we've had one pulled as of today, so we can go through them all, we'll get them all notified.
Since my name was mentioned, may I ask a question?
Sure.
Mayor, wasn't the problem created when you put that the person should address it to you confidentially? There's no question but that these are public records. But when you put on there that you should apply, in my opinion, if you think differently, I'd like to know it, or from Mr. Boone, if he's telling people that they can apply confidentiality, I don't believe he understands what the law is. But when you put on there that you could apply confidentially, didn't that create the problem? Not the request for the public records. Once you asked for them to do it confidentially, didn't that create an issue here that wasn't existing with most applications, which when you apply right now, if you go to the city website, at the very end of the application, you have to sign and say, I understand that this is a public record.
Well, I know in the last search, and you were involved with that as well, there was a number of the applicants that put on there, they didn't want their name released, and I believe you honored that request until they got, if they were picked in the top group, and we released those. And that's what we're going through this time. We hope we can do the same thing. Good, bad, or indifferent, I guess maybe we shouldn't have had that on the application, but it is. And like Scott Sly, who we hired as superintendent over the electric, he requested not to be known because as soon as his boss saw his name go across the computer, he was called in the office and said, well, I guess you had a good time here. I mean, that's how quick it happened. So I think it's just the fair thing to do. And we haven't done anything different, because we did have some assistant chiefs. We have some current chiefs of some other departments in the surrounding area. And so, out of respect to them, because I don't know if they've been reappointed or not.
Okay.
And I didn't tell anybody it was confidential.
I must have misunderstood you then. You
Yeah, I
said-
told them, we're gonna be calling your boss, so you're gonna have to make arrangements. I felt it was not gonna be confidential, but then all of a sudden they started coming in as confidential.
My mistake.
Yeah.
I think we understand the definition of confidentiality, we also understand the law. But we're not sure the applicants did, and that's the reason we're taking this step. We're not sure if they understood the law.
We just want to be fair to everybody, and waiting 3-4 more days, we should have that by the end of the week.
Thank you.
Any other